Hey guys, Pitmaster here. I want to talk a little about cornering a fighter. This one is specifically on what you want to convey to them in between rounds. Being a cornerman, it's you got a lot of pressure put on you because you have a short time to give not only instructions but motivation, and you're trying to get them physically restored a little bit. So you usually have, by the time the bell rings, they make it over to the stool, then they sit down, and then they get you up 10 seconds before the bell rings. So I'd say you got about maybe 30 seconds to revitalize the guy, to give him directions if he needs, if you see an opening that he's not taking, or he's getting caught with something and not realizing why, and you're going to tell him that, or or some other strategy you want to put out there. That's not much time. And then you also want to get his breathing slowed down a little bit, and you want to try to get him as get the oxygen in as much as possible, carbon dioxide out as much as possible, and you have all that within about 30 seconds. So you're trying to give him lessons on how to win the fight, like instructions, and you're also trying to get him revitalized real quick. So it's not an easy task. So what do you do? What do you do first? Let me tell you, the first thing you have to do is calm them down and have them take slow, deep breaths. Slow, deep breaths. Because if they just pant like that, it just aerates their trachea and bronchus, and it doesn't make the oxygen and carbon dioxide switch is what you want. You want more oxygen coming in and more carbon dioxide going out. So that takes slow, deep breathing. So you're trying to do that while you're trying to give him instructions. So maybe he's getting caught with something you want to tell him about. Sometimes you see an opening that you want to catch the other guy with, so you might be telling him that. Maybe he's losing the round, and right at the end of the fight, or at the end of the round, so you want him to pick it up towards the end more. I mean, there's so many different groups of instructions that you want to give your fighter in between rounds. It's mind-boggling, for you. It's crazy for the fighter too, but I'm trying to give it to you as the fighter's cornerman point of view, not as the fighter. That's a whole different video. So you want all these things are flowing through your heads, and some cornermen are more passionate, like Leon Edwards' dad. Kill him, son, kill him, son, kill him, son, kill him. That's what he'll just say that, but he'll say with passion, and Leon knows how much his dad loves him, so it means a lot to Leon. It got him that fight against Usman, the head kick, right? But that same strategy of not as much technical and all passion, it didn't do him so good in his last fight, right? When he lost the title. So there's a place for specific direction, instructions, strategy, and there's a time and a place for just punch him in the fucking face, kind of like me when Court was fighting, and all I wanted him to do was just rely on the punches. He was thinking too much about head positioning and the takedown, etc. And that point of the fight, I just wanted to punch him in the effing face. So my whole instructions were during that break were punch him in the effing face over and over and over again. Punch him in the effing face. He won the fight because he followed those instructions. Now, if he was punching him, but he wasn't landing, and I wanted him to take the guy down, then there would have to be specific directions. all right, step over here, get the angle over here, let's lower your level and da da da. So there's more technical instructions. And sometimes you as the cornerman, you have to do both at the same time, especially if they're not winning the way you want them to. Sometimes you have to give some specific instructions, move to your right more. I want you to circle, always finish with a hook, or something like that. Or just yell, just punch him in the face, or just take him down. And you as the cornerman have to be responsible for that. And to make matters worse, not only do you have to revitalize them, reoxygenate them, right? And give some motivation and give some instructions. Now, what if they have a cut and you have to stop the bleeding too? You have to do that while you're doing the instructions. Unless you're in the UFC, you got a cut man. Not all fights that you corner someone, they're going to have a cut man. Sometimes as the corner man, you're the cut man. So that's another thing that you have to take into consideration. So for you cornermen out there, or people that want to be, realize that there's a whole, it's not quite as easy. You don't just give the guy water. I wasn't just Chuck Liddell's water boy. There were instructions, motivation, directions, all kind of things that you want to pick up on if you want to be a cornerman. So if you got any questions, feel free to comment. Reach out to me any way you want. I'll give you all the advice I have. I've been cornering fighters since 1979. So anyway, if you got any questions, let me know. Thanks for coming, guys.